Hey, sports fans! It's a crazy weekend. So it's Passover, Ramana, not Ramana noodles, but Ramana. Tax day, I guess, but maybe not. I don't even know when is tax day, anyways. Opening day for the Red Sox yesterday, Easter Sunday, and Marathon Monday. What a crazy weekend. And, PB, it's the playoffs in the NBA. We're going to make our picks, right?
That's what this show is about.
Oh, all right. Expert picks from the experts. Get ready for this. Hey, by the way, G Money and I, we did some predictions at the very beginning of the year. I think you were on a vacation someplace. Oh, it was your birthday up in Orlando. We did our show. G Money had the East being the Heat and the Bulls in the conference finals. And in the West, he had the Jazz and the Warriors. I don't know about any of those teams at this point in time. I had Milwaukee and Philly in the East. Good chance of that happening. I also had the Jazz playing the Warriors as well. So we'll see what happens. I think I'm going to change that one. I'm pretty sure I'm going to change that one. All right, let's get going. You ready? Let's start in the West. What do you got in the West? Number one, Suns playing the play-in winner, the Pelicans.
Yeah. Man, the Pelicans played a couple good games there to get into the dance, right? But the Suns will be too much for them. I mean, Chris Paul and Devin Booker, I mean, they're just going to own the Pelicans, I think. That's an easy, probably 5-game series win for the Suns there.
Yeah, I think so. It might even be a sweep. I wouldn't be surprised to sweep. All right. Moving over, the other one, we got hang on. Yeah. So we get the Heat, right? The Heat are playing the Hawks. Hawks are a tough team. Don't forget, they made it to the semifinals last year, right? Almost from the same position. So what do you think there?
Yeah, they're scrappy, but the Heat are the real deal. I mean, I like everything that's happening in Miami right now with that team. So I got the Heat, and that might go 6, but I still got the Heat.
I got the Heat as well. I think it's going to go 7 games. I got a funny feeling it's going to go 7 games.
Wow, okay.
All right. Let's move back out the West. Mavs and the Jazz. This already started. They already played the first game. I did not see the results yet. Maybe you did, but what do you think there?
Yeah, I mean, I like the Jazz before I saw the results, but the Jazz take game 1 on the road earlier today, which obviously puts them in a good position. So it just solidifies my pick of taking the Jazz in that series. I think they might go 7, but I think they might be able to do it in 6.
Yeah, I'm with you. The Jazz, especially with Luka out for that game, right? And maybe we don't know if it'll be in game 2. They already get the home court advantage now by winning on the road. So I'm with you. I got the Jazz all the way. All right, here we go. This one gets interesting. 76ers going back east. Yep. 76ers go and play the Raptors. 76ers are the home team. Yeah. But will they have the home court advantage?
Right. Yeah, that's a whole issue too. But you know what? I think that trade in the middle of the year, that big trade between Brooklyn and Philly, I really think it's going to end up hurting both teams in the end. And I'm looking at this as one of my upset picks in the first round and taking the Raptors over the Sixers. I just think Harden's not fitting in. Is he going to? I mean, he's hardly played, but I don't know if his whole personality really blends with that team. They obviously traded away Simmons, who could help them defensively. I just think this is going to be a tough series for them. I think Toronto takes it in 7.
I don't think Toronto wins in 7. They got to win in 6. And the reason why is the best defensive player in Philly cannot play in Toronto. My team, Matisse, I call him T-Ball. I like the name T-Ball. He can't play in Toronto. He's not vaccinated. Well, let's clarify that. He's half vaccinated. Can you imagine getting 1 shot and not getting the second?
I know at that point.
I mean, what's the rationale? Kyrie at least stood on the mountain and said, "I'm not getting a vaccine." This guy takes 1 and says, "I'm not taking the other one." I mean, so that's going to hurt these guys. If it goes, if Toronto can wrap it up in 6, it's over in 6. I don't know what happens. It goes back to Philadelphia, maybe, but I think Toronto wins it in 6.
Okay.
And by the way, Harden is a playoff choker. It doesn't matter the team he's on. He just does not play well in the playoffs.
All right. Well, that's good. We both got Toronto as kind of an upset there, right?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Yep.
We're the same so far all the way through.
Let's go to the West again. Warriors Nuggets, another tough series. You got the reigning MVP, the Joker out there in Denver. You got, one of the best threesomes ever in pro basketball history with Clay, Draymond, and of course Seth, who's hurt. By the way, I don't think Clay's fully healthy either. So what do you think?
That's what scares me about this. I was tempted to take an upset here and have the Warriors losing in the first round after, having a pretty good season. And a lot depends on that, Seth Curry and Steph Curry, sorry. Steph Curry being able to, play. I mean, is he going to play tonight? We don't know yet, right? If he misses a few games, I might lean the other way, but I think the Warriors can figure this out. I think I'm going to take the Warriors in the series.
I'm with you. Wonder powers unite. The big three, they get it done. Warriors win that thing. I got a feeling it might go 7, though. I got a feeling this goes 7. We'll see. All right. Grizz and Timberwolves. I did not see the Timberwolves. If we did the show last night, I would have picked the Clippers to win over the Timberwolves. Timberwolves are in. Carl Anthony Towns, Cat, as they like to call him, Anthony Edwards. They're an awesome duo when Carl Anthony has his head on straight. Sometimes he gets a little bit bonkers, but those guys can play well. But the Grizzlies are for real. I mean, they were like 20-2 without Ja Morant, who was probably, I think, the second favorite to be the MVP this year. What do you think?
Yeah, I love the way Ja Morant's playing right now, and I think in this first round they'll be able to take care of the Wolves. So I got the Grizzlies in that series, and they probably could take it in 6, maybe 5.
I'm with you. It's 5. I got 5 on that. I got 5. I think the Wolves made a big improvement this year, but they're not ready. The Grizz, though, on the other hand, they're for real. They're going to be dynamite for years to come. I hate to say it. All right, let's go back out to the East, and this is a good one. Not really. It's the Bucks and the Bulls. I was tempting you with the other game. The Bucks and the Bulls. What do you think? Giannis, the best player in the NBA?
I mean, I appreciate G Money's pick of the Bulls early in the year to get to the Eastern Conference Finals, and you know what? Just the fact that he had them in the playoffs is probably a decent pick.
They looked good up till mid-January, and all of a sudden they just went on a nosedive. But up to mid-January, it was like, whoa, G Money, that was a pretty good pick.
I know, and they right, they're not going in the right direction, and I think the Bucks are. I don't see any reason why the Bucks can't get into the finals, at least the Eastern Conference Finals. So I get that first round should be Bucks, and I think the Bucks might smoke them. I think that could be a sweep.
4. I got a sweep. Bucks sweep. All right, here we go. This might be the best series of the first round. Celtics stand up. They play the Brooklyn Pukes, the Nets. Yeah. What do you think? By the way, PB, I think I jinxed the Celtics 3 weeks ago when I said the key is Rob Williams, and then he goes out and tears his knee on that following Monday after our show. But he may be back by the end of this series. We'll see. What do you think?
Yeah, and they're talking about Simmons may be able to play too at some point in the series, right?
You got a better chance. You got a better chance of seeing Zion play basketball before you see Simmons.
I know, right? Well, that's the word on the street, but I don't think it matters. Like I said, I think both teams come out on the wrong end of that trade. Between Philly, I think Philly drops their first round series to the Raptors, and I'm going to say the Nets are going to drop their first round to the Celtics. Again, here's a team that's playing right now. The Celtics, one of the best teams in the NBA down the stretch. They're going in the right direction. So I got the Celtics in that first round.
I'm with you. And by the way, I think it goes 7. And I think Robert Williams pulls a Willis Reed. For you fans out there, you don't know what Willis Reed is, look it up. Going to come out playing Game 7. The Nets are going to get psyched out. Kyrie's going to choke. The Celtics crowd is going to implode all over him. Celtics win it in 7.
Wow, we have the same pick, all 8 game series. We have the same picks.
We do.
Okay, let's
go out west for the semis. Suns against the Jazz, right? We both have that going on. Suns Jazz, right?
Yep. Good series there, but Suns take that one too. I'm going to give it 6 games. Suns make it to the Western Conference Finals.
I'm going to give you one less. I'm going to say Suns in 5.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Grizz Warriors.
Yeah, this will be a great series.
This will be one of the best ones of this round.
Yeah, it will be. I think with time to get a little healthy there for the Warriors, if they can get through the first round, I think they can take care of the Grizzlies. I mean, I love the way they're playing. We said earlier, they're playing hard. Ja Morant's playing great, but I think that they're just not right there yet. And I think with the Warriors' experience, I'm going to give a little edge there. 7-game series, Warriors win, make it to the finals against the Suns.
As long as the Warriors don't have any injury relapses. By the way, Jordan Poole for the Warriors is coming on very strong. I think he's going to be a key player. And I got another guy, Andrew Wiggins, who's suddenly playing a little better. We'll see. I think Andrew Wiggins is going to have something to say in this series. So I see them winning this thing. I got to go in 6. All right. The East semis. The Raptors against your new home team, the Miami Heat. What happens here?
I think the Heat, I mean, Toronto kind of, does their thing in that first series against Philly, and they celebrate that win in 6 or 7 games, and then they just fall. I think this could be a sweep in the next round with the Heat and the Raptors. Heat will have a harder time.
You're down there, you're in the local market.
But Heat will have a harder time against the Hawks than they will against the Raptors.
Possibly. Well, let me ask you a question. Do we know for a fact that every Heat player is 100% vaccinated?
I can't answer that question. Sorry, Z.
So there you go. We don't know. If they have to go to Toronto and they're minus a couple of key players, similar to the Philadelphia 76ers, I don't know. Because of that, I don't see this as a sweep. I got a funny feeling there's a couple guys in the Heat that are not vaccinated, and they're not going to Toronto. I think Heat still win, but this series goes 7 games.
Okay.
All right. Celtics Bucks.
Yeah.
I wish Robert Williams was, even if he comes back, you're not 100% healthy from a torn knee. There's no way.
Yeah. Giannis is just a beast, man. And I mean, didn't the Celtics get eliminated by the Bucks last year?
No, the Nets.
Oh, the Nets. Okay. Man, I don't know. It has great series written all over it, but I have a feeling it's not going to be a great series. And I think the Bucks can take this in 5 or 6 games max. Sorry to say.
I think it's a 7-game series. I think the Bucks win in 7, but he goes 7. Rob Williams will play, but he won't be 100%. If he was 100%, I would be picking the Celtics, but he won't be. So I'm with you. The Bucks win, but it goes 7 in my mind. All right, let's go to the conference finals. We got the Suns and the Warriors, right?
Yeah, we're so far we're the same on all 12 series so far, which is crazy.
To me, that's the way it shakes out anyways. The only one I see, the Heat, obviously in Philadelphia, the Toronto and Philadelphia, but we both agree the Sixers are a mess. And with their star defensive play, not able to go to Toronto, if they lose game 1 tomorrow, it's good night, Irene, right?
Yeah.
All right, out west, Suns Warriors. What do you think? This is gonna be a good battle.
This is going to be a great battle, but too much. Suns are the Warriors are going to play in some tough series. They're going to go deep into their series. I think the Suns won't go as deep into their series. They'll be fresher, healthier. I think the Suns take that and go to the finals this year.
I'm with you as well. The injuries to the Warriors will end up catching up to them at the end of the day. So I got Suns as well. All right, Bucks and Heat.
This could be the best series of the entire NBA playoffs if it happens. I hope it does. And obviously being from South Florida and watching the Heat on many occasions, I'm actually Easter Sunday. I got my Sunday brunch plans with my daughter who's coming down tomorrow and her boyfriend. We're going out, have a nice Easter brunch, watch the game, early game, 1:00 with the Heat. I like the Heat. I like what I'm seeing out of them. So I'm going to take the Heat over the Bucks. They'll have the home court. So I think it goes 7. The Heat win in 7 at home on an epic game 7.
Wow. Here's where we diverged the path. I've got Bucks sweeping 4-0.
Wow.
I don't even see it close. I see it like 120-98 every game.
Wow. There we go. That's the first. They're out of all, how many was been 8, 12, 14 series were picked the same on 13 of them. Until we get there. Okay.
The Heat are going to get, I hate to say it, they're going to get mopped up. All right. So you got the Heat in the finals. I got the Bucks in a rematch against the Suns. Who do you think wins the whole thing?
You know, if you made me pick and had me put my mortgage on it, I'd probably lean towards the Suns. But being South Floridian now, I'm gonna go with the Heat, and I'm gonna pick with my heart this time around instead of my head. And let's go with the Heat. Let's go with the Heat all the way. Another championship down in Florida. To go with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers Super Bowls, to go with the Tampa Bay Lightning Stanley Cups. Let's bring in an NBA championship, and we could have a Florida Panthers Stanley Cup this year too. So let's just bring it down to Florida, City of Champions.
Oh, so obviously, since you went to Florida, you started smoking pot. Apparently, you're
No,
high, brother.
I just sat in the
This is
sun a
not
little
happening.
too much. I just been in the sun a little too much.
Apparently so. Speaking of the Suns win that series, whether it's the Bucks or the Heat. I got the Suns winning that thing as well, myself. All right, there you go. We'll see what happens. We're pretty similar up to the semifinals. The only difference is he's got the Heat winning and going to the finals. I've got the Bucks. He's got the Heat winning it. I've got the Suns winning it. We'll see what happens. All right, PB. We'll sign off. We'll talk to you soon.